Hey Bachelors, so I've been getting a lot of questions about alkaline water and whether it's a hoax or something that we should all be paying attention to. So today I wanted to go over the importance of filtered water, purified water, alkaline water, and how it affects your genitals. So in a nutshell, the term alkaline describes the level of acidity in any specific substance, and that includes the foods that we eat, the drinks, the liquids that we consume, as well as our bodies. So, when your body is extremely acidic, it can affect the way it functions. It can also affect the way the genitals work as well. So, that includes how your ejaculate comes out, how it tastes, how it smells. The same thing goes for men. It can also affect the vaginal health and cause issues such as bacterial vaginosis, yeast infections, thrush, even in the mouth. And no, that's not reserved just for children. So, yes, you can still get thrush as an adult. And typically that happens when the chemicals, when the pH in your body is imbalanced. So, how does alkaline water come into play with that? Now, on a regular basis, most of us are eating foods that are pretty acidic. That goes for people who eat meat. There are acidic vegetables and fruit that can affect the pH as well. And it also includes the things that we drink: soda, juice, tea, dairy products, alcohol. The list goes on and on. So, with that being said, we do want to make sure that we monitor the kinds of foods that we're eating, the levels of acidity in those foods, and how they're affecting our bodies. And we can usually feel the difference. Now, the same thing goes for your genitals. You may notice an increase in yeast. You may notice a difference in the scent or the odor of ejaculate, of semen. So, when those things happen, you want to try and reverse those effects and find a way to level out the playing field, so to speak. And that's where alkaline water comes into play. Now, you always want to make sure you check the pH of the water, make sure that it is stating that it's alkaline, so that you know for a fact that it's going to assist you in cleansing out those toxins, absorbing those toxins into the water, and then flushing it out of your system. Now, I was lucky enough to receive a filtration system from ZeroWater, and that's going to help me with my vaginal health this week. Now, I haven't tried it yet, but essentially what ZeroWater's product line claims to do is it goes through a five-level or five-step filtration system that's supposed to further purify the water that you're using. Now, that's helpful in removing heavy metals. It's also helpful in removing toxins. And basically, they go over all the stages here. Stage one, coarse filter to remove fine particles. Stage two, distributor that maximizes contact time. I suppose that means it's acting as a buffer to slow down the water as it's going through the filter, maximizing contact. Stage three, multi-layer system using activated carbon and oxidation reduction alloy. And I know a lot of filtration systems do use carbon because it helps to cleanse the water. So that's definitely something that I'm familiar with. Stage four, comprehensive ion exchange array. Not quite sure what that is, but I'm going to definitely check that out. And stage five is a non-woven membrane to remove ultrafine particles. So that's where the heavy metals come into play, the other small particles that may be in the water depending on where you live. Because especially right now, we have a lot of states, a lot of countries where the water is less than satisfactory. A lot of us are drinking water that's not clean, drinking water that's hard water, contains other metals um, based on various factors like fracking, so on and so forth. And the cool thing about the ZeroWater site is that they do have a section where you can enter your zip code and it will show you what kind of water you're drinking. So I entered my current zip code here in South Florida, and let's take a look. So it's showing that my TDS score is 2.16. Oh, just kidding, 216.8. Clearly, I need to put my glasses on. The FDA maximum allowable TDS for purified bottled water is 010. and the EPA recommended maximum TDS for tap water is 500. So it's not looking so great for me in my current city, which is not very encouraging. So I'm kind of glad I got this filtration system. I'm going to check my hometown 10550 and see what the TDS reading is for New York. And let's see. That's kind of scary. It says the TDS 50 is unknown. So anybody who's watching from back home, you might want to get a little filtration system in your life. Although growing up, we did have the filtration system that connected straight on the tap. So anyway, enough about me. Let's get back to you guys. So I'm going to be trying out the ZeroWater filtration system all week, and I'll be talking about it on my Instagram stories. So if you're not following on Instagram, it's at KIMI_Lavage. We'll be going over how the filtration system is working for our water, how we're feeling, if it tastes any different. Our tap water in this town sucks terribly. It tastes like fish piss. So I'm very excited to see how the filtration system helps with that. And while I'm going on my journey with the ZeroWater system, I'm going to be giving away a portable filtration system, aka a filtration cup, to one of you guys. So this one has the same filtration system on the inside, the same 5 steps, but it's something that you can carry with you. So if you're on the run, if you're like me and you're always on the go, it's really helpful to have something that you can bring around with you and have a reliable source of water as opposed to a questionable source of water. So make sure that you follow us on Instagram. Once again, Kimmy Lavage. Follow on Facebook. It's facebook.com/V for VagCom. Same thing for Twitter. It's Kimmy Lavage, and we'll be having that giveaway up and ready to go shortly. Make sure you're following all those channels to make sure that you're eligible to win. And we will chat later. But once again, if you have any questions, feel free to put them down here in the comments or email me, KIMI@vforveg.com, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. So once again, we're talking about alkalining your body and how alkaline water can affect your genitals, ultimately affecting your sex life. So I do appreciate you guys taking the time to watch today. Hopefully that was fast enough for you. I'll be back soon with more results. So thanks for watching. So my TDS score is what I will get once I input my current zip code here in South Florida. And let's take a look. So my TDS score is 216.8. So according to the chart, 0, 1, 0, or 10 is the FDA maximum allowable TDS for purified bottled water, and 500 is the EPA recommended maximum TDS for tap water. So I'm basically dead smack in the middle. That's kind of alarming, but not surprising, because here in the town that I live in, no, I don't live in a city, I live in a town, and the water here is absolutely gross. It's yellow-ish. Tastes like fish pee, if I could imagine what fish pee tastes like. So I'm not really surprised about my TDS score. Now, what I really want to know is what my TDS score was or is back home in New York. So I'm going to put my old home zip code 10550 and see what our TDS reading is. And wow, surprise, it's unknown. So I'm not really alarmed or surprised at that either. I spent most of my life, 20 years, drinking that unknown tap water. But most of us back home did have some sort of filtration system that we were using simply because our parents just didn't want us drinking that tap water. So I'm not really surprised about the TDS score, but definitely check out ZeroWater.com and punch in your zip code and see what your TDS score is, just to get an idea of how safe your tap water is and how comfortable you are with consuming it, so that you can make a conscious decision on whether or not you want to keep drinking it that way. Now, since I've been blessed with this filtration system, I'm going to take care of you guys as we talked about before. So we'll be giving away this portable filtration system, aka the ZeroWater filtration cup. It still has the same 5-stage filtration system. So you get all the benefits of the pitcher, but you get to run outside. You can take it to the gym. If you're like me and you're always running back and forth to different meetings or doing different events, then you can carry it with you. Definitely take it out the car. Don't want to leave it in the sun. But you can still get the benefits of having that pH balanced alkaline water without having to lug a whole entire pitcher around. So make sure you follow us. Instagram is at Kimi, KIMI_Lavag. Facebook is facebook.com/V for Vagcom, and Twitter is twitter.com/KimiLavag, no underscore. Now, make sure you're following all those accounts. We're going to go over the giveaway tomorrow, and that way you guys can win. So, as usual, if you have any questions, concerns, feel free to leave them in the comments below, or you can email me if you feel more private, Kimi, KIMI@VForVag.com, and I'll make sure I answer you as quickly as I can. Thank you guys once again for watching. Hopefully I didn't take too long. I know you guys said I've been moving a little slow lately, so. But I really appreciate you guys, and I will talk to you soon.